We agreed to establish the Caribbean Center for Renewable Energy and Energy Efficiency to help drive economic growth in our region.
And
the proposal by ECLAC for a debt relief strategy, which would create more fiscal space and assist member governments in adapting to social, economic, and climatic challenges, is welcomed and is indeed worthy of serious consideration.
those were just two important issues of interest to Jamaica discussed by regional governments at the 36th regular meeting of CARICOM heads of government. The agenda for the July 2 to 4 meeting was centered on growth and development. High-level sessions included an important presentation from the UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon, who spoke about sustainable development and how regional governments would finance that development. Prime Minister Portia Simpson-Miller was among regional leaders who met with Mr. Ban as the grouping discussed climate change in relation to the post-2015 development agenda. Mrs. Simpson-Miller also participated in a meeting with Panamanian President Carlos Varela Rodriguez, who discussed economic issues of concern between his country and CARICOM. The Prime Minister also heard from outgoing Commonwealth Secretary General Kamalesh Sharma. Other issues discussed by the grouping included relations with the Dominican Republic, the border dispute between Venezuela and Guyana, and leveraging CARICOM's human, cultural, and natural assets for economic development. At a plenary session, Prime Minister Portia Simpson-Miller welcomed the positive developments in U.S.-Cuba relations, especially the decision to reopen permanent diplomatic missions in both countries by July 20. She said it was a significant milestone towards the normalization of bilateral relations. And with news that Canada had suspended trade negotiations with CARICOM, Mrs. Simpson-Miller proposed that the meeting's final communique express regret at Canada's decision. She also urged CARICOM to reaffirm the region's interest in deepening economic cooperation with Canada as member states stand ready to return to the negotiating table. In the meantime, Prime Minister Simpson-Miller said CARICOM should welcome a WTO decision for a new waiver for the trade in goods under the CARICOM trade arrangement. CARICOM is a preferential arrangement guaranteeing duty-free access to Canada for a wide range of products, excluding apparel, footwear, and other items. Prime Minister Portia Simpson-Miller welcomed the establishment of a new regional institution, the CARICOM Center for Renewable Energy and Energy Efficiency. The institution will be based in Barbados and will be the implementation hub for sustainable energy activities and projects within the Caribbean. A proposal for the establishment of a Caribbean Energy Fund was also endorsed by CARICOM. Jamaica also welcomed a debt relief strategy put forward by the United Nations Economic Commission on Latin America and the Caribbean, ECLAC. In a presentation to CARICOM, ECLAC said it had come to the realization that it was not possible to use only domestic resources to move Caribbean countries from debt to growth. Additionally, with CARICOM's global debt burden at 1%, the region would not generate enough international concern. Using economic, social, and environmental challenges as the basis, the debt relief strategy proposed by ECLAC involves three strategies. They are forgiveness of the multilateral concessional debt, the creation of a Caribbean Resilience Fund, and the formation of a Caribbean Macroeconomic Stabilization Fund. Prime Minister Simpson-Miller also updated ECLAC on the island's policies and actions to demonstrate tangible support for improved education and training. By all indications, the three-day meeting was successful, bringing together leaders from across the region to discuss issues that affect our collective growth and development.